In this video, we're going to talk about conics. Now, you're going to notice that on this, there's lots of equations. And so I'm going to walk through the equations in this video. In the next video, we're going to work some problems. And in the third video, then you'll do Now You Try. What I want you to do is I want you to pause the video. I want you to write all of this down. And then I'm going to come back and walk through each section. In this video on conics, we're going to be looking at 4 different shapes. A circle, which everyone knows what that is. A parabola, which is going to look like this. Or the parabola could actually be one that runs like this. They're either both going to be vertical or both going to be horizontal. Okay, that's a parabola. An ellipse, which looks like a circle that was sat on, sort of like a football shape. That's an ellipse. And then a hyperbola, which is going to be a little bit different. Now you'll notice that the parabola, and I didn't do a great job of drawing it, they should touch. Okay? So this one I just drew in should be way closer to touching. So it should come way in here like this. And so should this same one. Okay, so they're going to touch. Okay, so again, circles, parabolas, whether they be up and down or horizontal, the ellipse, which almost looks like a football, and then the hyperbola. The hyperbola is going to be one that looks just like a parabola, except for in the picture, you'll want to add this to your notes you just had. It actually has equal spacing between the drawings. So you'll notice this space here, whether it be in here like this on a horizontal or a vertical. Okay, so let's start with the circle. Notice the general equation: x minus a number squared plus y minus a number squared equals the radius squared. You'll notice that I gave you the center of the circle is going to be HK. Matter of fact, you'll notice a pattern here, whether it's center or called vertex, HK, HK. HK and HK. You just have to have them in the correct standard form to find all of the information. In the next video, we'll make sure you know how to do that. So a circle looks like this. In a parabola, you'll notice it says y equals and x equals. Okay, so y equals a number, parentheses, x minus a number squared plus k. X equals a number, y minus k squared plus h. So your vertex is going to be hk. You're not going to take that minus sign. You're not over here either. So your vertex on this one is going to be hk, and this one's going to be hk. That's how you read it. If you have it in the right form, it's a lot easier to read. In an ellipse, you're going to notice that it looks, wow, it sort of looks similar, but there's some differences. This one does not fractions, but this one is. Okay, they all look very similar, so you have to be careful. Parentheses, x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So let me point to a difference here. Right here, the ellipse is a plus sign and a hyperbola is a minus sign. And there's some other differences. That plus and minus sign is a huge difference. So it's a plus sign, the two pictures are going to come together. So think of them sort of adding together. Minus, they are away from each other. Okay, they're turned away from each other like that. Okay, whether it be up or down. Okay, now here's the trick here for this one. You'll notice these two equations look exactly the same right here for ellipse. X minus h squared over a, h minus x squared, plus sign, all looks the same. The difference is these are flipped. How do I know when I look at an equation? When a is greater than b, so when this number is greater, it's going to be that one. Okay? When a is greater than b, the a is here, and that gives you the two different versions of an ellipse, whether it's pointing up or pointing down. Okay? So if you have your a is greater, okay? If your your larger number is here, it's going to be a horizontal. Make sure you write this in your notes. When it's this one, it's going to be your vertical. Now, how can I make that easier? Well, x-axis, it's longer on the x-axis. Vertical, the larger numbers here, so then that one would be one to be real long here. Notice your center is HK, just like all the others, except it has this thing called a major axis and a minor axis. Inside of that ellipse, you have a certain segment that's longer this way than it is this way. So this one is fat like this. If it was vertical, it'd be fat like that, okay? And so you can calculate the major axis and the minor axis by using twice of A, 2 times A, so you take square root of that, times 2, and then B, the minor axis would be take square root of B times 2. So that's how that works. In a hyperbola, it's going to look a little bit different. In this case, the hyperbola, I got to fix that number real quick, I accidentally jotted it out. Again, plus minus, okay, here's your hyperbola. So it's x minus h squared over a minus y minus k squared over b, and then it flips. This time it's y minus a over the larger number, x minus k, and they're equal to 1. So these two can look very, very similar, so you have to be very, very careful. Take a couple of minutes and sort of notice the similarities and differences. One of the differences, there's only one of them that has a radius. That's a circle, okay, because it's exactly the same distance all the way around. But you can figure out, okay, how are these two different? How is this different from this? How do they look? In the next video, we're going to take example problems, and we're going to figure out how to put them in the standard form, because when you're in standard form, you can know all of this information. See you in video 2.